Hello everyone, we're moving on with digital HR sessions today. I hope that you enjoyed the previous keynote and I hope that now you feel ready to hear more about the workplace experiences, but of course in a digital way. Throughout the session today, we want you to learn about organizational challenges and why SAP success factor is so important. My guest today is Irina Tache. I hope I pronounced your name and surname well. Irina is a solution sales executive for Romania, West Balkans, and Bulgaria. She's actually leading the SAP success factors, and this is why she's the right person to help us understand today how these solutions can help organizations to empower HR transformation. Welcome, Irina. Thank you for joining me on this session. It's really good to have you here with us today at HR Week, and good luck with your presentation. Are you ready?
Hello. Yes, I am, and I hope that you can hear me properly. And I'm also sharing my presentation now, so hopefully there is in place.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for the introduction. It's really nice to be here with you as well. It's the first time I'm participating to an HR event in West Balkans, so fingers crossed. Really nice setup that you're having at the HR week. Yeah, and really happy to be part of it.
Thank you.
Now,
Thank you. Your
we can
presentation is
start.
okay. We can see it, so you can start your presentation whenever you feel ready.
Super, sounds good. So basically, what I want to do today is to walk you through a bit the success factors work, and also share with you one of our study cases, one of our success stories that we have within West Balkans, and that is coming from Telecom Serbia. So stick with me for the upcoming 20 minutes, and I will walk you through. And now, give me a second because I need to properly see everything. Good. So we can start. Up one step back. Good. What I want to start with is the following. Maybe you are seeing this HXM here and you are wondering, hey, okay, but we know everything about HCM. What is it, HXM? So the thing is the following. SAP, since 2 years or so, has become the pioneer on transitioning from the HCM technology to an HCM technology, meaning that what we want to achieve and what we are promoting, let's say, is a technology where we are considering that the employee should stay in the middle of everything, and his or her experiences should be the ones who are, let's say, on top of mind when it comes to employers and the organizations that we are currently having. So I like a lot this slide. So it says your people are your business. And I need to say that this is 100% true. And the only thing that really sets you apart as an organization from your competitors, of course, are your employees. And your people are your business. And this is why the experience that your employees are having on a day-to-day basis and on a week-to-week basis is super important. Now, leaving a bit, let's say, this experience part aside, because I just wanted to mention, because it's really important for our strategy and it's really important considering how we are positioning our technology. I would like to walk you through a bit success factors. What does it mean and which are the key priorities for us? So currently, at the global level, SuccessFactors has the most users globally, meaning that we have over 135 million active users that are present worldwide. We have, I would say, major investments when it comes to the localization, the translation, and also the globalization of the solution. We are having over 30 years of HCM experience on the global market, which means that when we are delivering a project, we are coming with the proper expertise in place. We deliver on an annual basis over 2,000 legal updates. Also, being a cloud solution, it's a solution that is benefiting, let's say, from all the investments that SAP is doing. We have data centers all over Europe or over the globe. Also, you are seeing on the left that we are having more than 7,500 customers. And because our solution is, I would say, modular, and you are going to see this in the upcoming slides, I would need to mention as well that, for example, for the performance and goals module, we have 58 million users. Then for recruiting, 30 million, and so on. Also, we have a really strong and huge customer community in place. What does it mean? It means that for our customers, they have like a proper, let's say, system, a proper community where they can simply log in and find out more about the solution. They can learn about our roadmap, they can get in touch with our technical experts, or even discuss with their peers. What is it to be mentioned here as well? So we are leaders, and we are not the ones who are saying that. The most important analyst companies are saying that, meaning IDC, Gartner, or Forrester, for example, are naming SuccessFactors as a solution that is leader on the market. The most recent win, let's say, that we had in terms of these accomplishments. So we were named leader in learning and experience platform by Forrester. This happened some days ago, let's say. As you see, the announcement was published on 18th of November. Now, going through the setup of the solution, let's say, because I want you to get a bit more familiar with that. So we are structuring our solution based on three main pillars. We have, as you can see on the left side of the screen, so we have the core HR part, we have the talent management suite, and also the analytics. More than that, what is it to be mentioned? So as I was telling you in the beginning, our solution is modular, meaning that I like to call it pizza slice model, meaning that at any point in time, considering the piece that you would like to get, then you should simply go with that one. So for example, if you have challenges when it comes to learning, or if you have challenges on recruiting employees, then you can only pick the piece that is basically important for you and that will support you to achieve the further business goals that you have. What else? Okay, so that would be it, let's say, in terms of structure. When it comes to the talent management part, I would say that these 6 modules that you are seeing over here are, let's say, structured based on the employee journey. So you can think about your own journey. You can think about how you have started within a company. So you were recruited, then you've been through an onboarding process maybe. Then you had different learning to achieve. And of course, learning is an ongoing and continuous process. More than that, you need to set, and you have set your goals, and your manager maybe has followed your performance. And of course, everybody would like to have compensation, which is linked to the performance. So as you are seeing, like everything is going hand in hand. But once again, if you would like to go with only one piece and integrate it with other third-party solutions, that we can work with that as well. If you look to the more strategic part, let's say, if you look at the analytics and the engagement piece, I would need to say that reporting, as you are seeing right now on the slide, is practically part of all the modules that we are having below in talent management or core HR. So every data that is maintained in any module, it can be basically reported in the way you want it to be reported. Now, in case you are thinking a bit further, let's say in case you are considering bringing metrics or benchmarks in the system, then we are looking to a more advanced workforce analytics. When it comes to, for example, employee engagement, and you are seeing this X again here as well. What does it mean? So this component is bringing you the experience data. Maybe you know, if not, I will mention that as well. So at the organizational level, we have 2 types of data. We have operational data, which is telling you what is happening at the organizational level. like how many new employees have joined your company during the past year. And we also have experience data, which is telling you why are certain things happening, meaning that we are bringing you the why behind the what. These, let's say, data can give you details about why just so many new employees have stayed with your company in the first 6 months during the onboarding process. Maybe there's something not wrong, but maybe there is something that can be improved with onboarding, and it's super important to capture the feedback. We have discussed with our customers about this X plus O, meaning that bringing operational data and experience data within the same system, and this is truly a powerful component. I was starting a bit upside down, but if I am to refer to the core part, meaning organizational management, personal administration, dealing with time tracking, for example, and dealing with the time of the employees. So this is covered within the core HR, which, as mentioned, represent the foundation. Again, this is not a mandatory module. In case you'd like to proceed with talent management, you can proceed with that ones. But this is a module that we would recommend to anybody who would embark in an HR transformation journey. Now, going to the, let's say, most important part of today. So I want to walk you through our success story from Telecom Serbia. So a couple of words about Telecom Serbia. I am pretty sure everybody knows them. So they are one of our customers in West Balkans, part of the telecommunication industry. They have around 8,000 employees right now, and they have decided to proceed with the SuccessFactors implementation for the entire suite, basically. If you look at the right part of the screen, you are seeing only some of the parts that they have achieved. So currently they have twice faster recruitment process with twice as many applications for open position than in the same period in a previous year. They have over 20,000 career visits within the first 4 months after they were going live with SuccessFactors recruiting. And now, because we are having these data that are related to recruiting and career sites, I want to show you how does it look like. So you can, of course, very fast go on Telecom Serbia website and access the career site in order for you to get the picture that I'm showing you now. But what I would like you to see as well is how we are structuring the career sites. Of course, this is a site that is hosted by SAP. We can, I would say, work with different branding. So it's up to the customer how they want to brand the site. We have this, I would say, talent community that we can activate. I would say that the candidates can create their profiles, and also this would help the recruiters to have a career pool for the upcoming positions. You can see here a map as well. So for the companies that I would say are part of and that have operations in different regions, this is very helpful. And of course, if you want to bring on data about the company, this is again to be done. You can check some of the customers that we have, and you're going to see this in upcoming slides. All of them who are using SuccessFactors recruiting and who are using this marketing piece, let's say, from the recruiting component, are having the site structured in a similar way, the career site. Now, coming back to our story, what were the challenges that Telecom Serbia had? So they wanted basically to unify and to centralize all the HR processes and the data management, and they wanted to enable this better availability and analysis of the employee data. I would say that long story short, what we are seeing right now in many companies is the fact that the organizations are having implemented several, I would say, systems that are not integrated between each other. So the HR and the management are having this lack when it comes to seeing the HR data in a more strategic way. Why? Because we have data that is sitting in so many different, I would say, systems. It's pretty difficult to properly get an analysis and a strategic analysis. So going back to telecom, also they wanted to provide tools for more effective planning that aligns with the business goals and for the simplification of the decision-making processes. As mentioned in many companies that we are working with, we are seeing, and we are really happy about that, we are seeing how the HR function really becomes a strategic part of the business. And this is not only now related to transactional processes, but more to strategic processes. So when it comes to onboarding, compensation, development, career planning, retention, so Telecom Serbia wanted to drive better processes in this regard, and also to increase the employee engagement. Now, why they have selected SAP and NITES, who is our partner in place for Telecom Serbia. So the reasons are, I would say, many. But what I would like to emphasize here was the fact that, as you see, they were approaching this, I would say, project with SAP Model Company Service. What is it? I mean, what does it mean? It means that we have offered together with our partner pre-configured end-to-end processes, let's say, that are embedded in the technology with clear guidance, with predictable outcomes as well. So basically, we managed to reduce the cost, to avoid the typical implementation risks, we managed to achieve a high quality implementation, and really, I would say, unmatching time to value for Telecom Serbia. In terms of the value-driven results, again, only some of them we managed to summarize here. So they're having this centralized management of all HR and employee data with extensive search and viewing capabilities. Now, also they have execution of the key talent acquisition strategies along with more effective recruiting, marketing, onboarding, and cross-boarding, and self-sufficient employees who can deal with their personal data and individual HR processes. So shifting a bit the mindset and going through a more, I'd say, self-service approach is really the future step for many companies right now. And this is something that really needs to be considered. If we look a bit next, I have selected here some of the, I would say, results that we are seeing with some of our customers. So basically, yes, as you see, we are trying to turn the HR efficiency into workforce productivity as well. And we have here some of the results. So for example, when it comes to the outcome of digitalization HR, we have 80% HR workflows that are digitalized for Heraeus. Then we have self-services now that are used for more than 80% of the employees at Uniper. Then minus 30% of the HR requests right now due to self-services. Faster time to hire new employees by 85%. This is coming from Sephora. They also are saving right now the store manager's time with 1.5 hours on paperwork per new recruitee. Sorry. Also, we have 84% of the leaders that agree to champion the new processes and the new HR model. And of course, yeah, this is coming from a US company, but this applies to many companies that we are working with in the region as well. Erste Group, for example, so they also have huge operations in Romania, which is my home country. They were achieving this, let's say, process where the managers are able to get the HR data in 2 minutes. Previously, it was more or less 2 weeks to get everything in the proper place for a strategic decision, let's say. Um, I, I would say that the results are really important. However, we don't have enough slides and enough time today to really discuss about all the return of investments that we can achieve. Um, However, going back to this slide, this is, I would say, the starting point. This is the suite that you would need to have in place if you are considering to embark in an HR transformation journey. Of course, this can start on a, let's say, phased approach. So you don't need to start with everything at once. This is really difficult to handle, and it's handled by the organizations that have many HR colleagues, let's say, so a really big HR team. However, we also have customers with 300 employees or 180 employees in the region, and they have decided to go with a phased approach. They have decided to first go with the core HR and then in 6 months to proceed with learning, for example. So this really depends on the strategy that we can put in place together. If we are to consider about the future, let's say, we are already prepared. So when everything is in place from a core HR and talent management perspective, we can think about the next level. We are having a new solution right now, which is called SAP SuccessFactors Opportunity Marketplace. And this solution is basically connecting the workers, so the employees, with individualized recommendations that are able to support their career development and, I would say, growth as well. And we have all heard about, I would say, the war for talent. We have all we all understand how important the workforce is today and how retention mechanisms are really having a huge impact on the business. What I would need to emphasize here is the fact that SuccessFactors Opportunity Marketplace is supporting the internal mobility, which is leading to increased employee retention. So this will support organizations, let's say, to avoid the replacement and the recruitment costs that are, I would say, coming from the people who are leaving. More than that, another interesting solution that has been released only last year is called SAP Warzone for HR. Here, I would say the employee would have access to relevant business applications, not only HR applications. So they would have one single point where they can access different processes, different information and communications from a single entry point within and with our digital workplace solution. And this solution was named one of the top HR products of the year this year in 2021 by the Human Resources Executive Organization. I'm going to show you
one quick
this.
question because our time is unfortunately up. Is it okay
Yeah.
if I jump in with a question from the audience?
Yes,
Just
of
so you
course.
know, there was a lot of questions, which means your session was amazing and your presentation is beautiful, I have to say. So we have 1 minute until the end of the session. I would like to let me choose one of the questions. There was a lot of questions for you. Okay, so let's see. Someone said there's a lot of sensitive information that is kept in these softwares. How
Of
is their
course.
security managed?
Yes, so we are fully compliant with the GDPR legislation, and also I can send you a lot of information when it comes to our security. So no need to worry about that. We are working with public sector companies. We are working with banks, which we know that are part of highly regulated industries. And the HR data and the data, yes, that is sitting in the system is fully secured. I can share with the audience some of the public information that we have in this regard. So we can do it after the session, of course, as well.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm really sorry that our time is up. You would have to see there was a lot of questions. However,
Okay.
congratulations. The session was amazing. I'd like to close this session by repeating what you said, and I had to write it down, that your people are your business. This is amazing sentence to keep in mind for all the HRs. And I'm really glad that you were here today with us at HR Week just to show us how we can further let's say modernize the HR system. So I really hope that you inspired people to think about the software that you presented. And of course, if it is okay, I would like to encourage people to contact you on LinkedIn to share all the
Yes,
questions that
of
unfortunately
course.
we didn't have the time to
Of course,
answer.
please. So my colleagues and myself, so Grazia, Natasha, myself as well, we are more than happy to respond to any of the questions that you might have. Reach out to us on LinkedIn. We will share with you our emails and we can discuss a bit further about this topic, of course.
Thank you,
So
and
thank you.
huge
Big
thanks.
thank you from my side.
Yeah, and huge thanks to your companies for supporting HR Week. If you're watching the sessions, I hope that you're enjoying it. So thank you once again, and we are moving on to the next session.
Thank you. Bye.